You guys all have great ideas, there's no doubt about it, and I think that's very important, but experience, I think, is ultimately the most important thing. Could you guys just really quickly go through a summary of your previous experience, and instead of kind of outlining what the organizations you were involved with, actually specify the duties that you held and responsibilities in those organizations?
Yeah, sure. My first year here, I started off as an environmental ambassador, basically working in the residence halls, creating change within the residence halls, creating sustainable movements. We put on programs, events, and that kind of thing. For the executive vice chair of the Environmental Affairs Council, I worked on passing a $5 fee for students for sustainability. That means that you students did pay $5, you voted on it to tax yourselves $5, so that students could also get money, programs, and put on events and sustainable efforts. Through university affairs, basically I've really been working on recreating the position and trying to make it the best position possible for students. That's probably one of my biggest issues, is that the council position itself has had issues, and so really looking at ways to increase the value of the position. So.
Directly experience that I have with this university is a lot of getting involved with organizations and taking leadership roles. I really like to step up. I'm always that group member in class who will take all the papers and do it myself. I'm all about accomplishing goals and achieving the highest level of experience that I can for myself, because I know that I can give that back. So within my fraternity, I've stepped up and I'm now the president within only 2 years. When I worked overseas at Camp Adventure, I took on the leadership role of planning events with ambassadors as well as other members of NATO headquarters. I've taken leadership roles with the director of admissions, having worked in the admissions office for the last 1.5 years. I wrote the actual entire walking tour for this campus, so if you need to know anything about the university, it's all up here. And I've just worked with so many directors, faculty members, administrators within all the organizations I've taken part in. Peer Conduct Review Board, I got to work with Student Judicial Services. So as far as custodial service to President Halsang, I've worked with them all. I have a lot of experience. I know in and out of this university.
First, I'd like to mention for my leadership abilities was a program that I did with KX. It's called Hermanos y Hermanos. And that's basically a big brother program that helps for Latino children that are entering into high school that have become sort of distraught and become very peer pressured. My job was to act as a mentor to help them increase their grades and to actually create a drive to succeed in life and to graduate and have a good time. The other thing was Model United Nations. I'll talk a little bit more about that. That was basically coming up with solutions for real-world problems that need to be solved. These are not easy problems, and basically the only way to do it is by taking in a bunch of people from different perspectives, gathering them into a room, finding out where they're coming from, coming to a solution, and actually implementing it and getting it passed and not completely without opposition. So those are my two basic and most important skill sets. Thank you.
I hope and challenge each and every one of you not to be chasing a leader from titles, but a leader that's going to be informed and educated. The position I've had here at Chico State is as a student, an informed and involved student.
Thank you. Yes.
One of the most important things that we're doing to change our image, to steer it away from the party image, is our sustainability movements on campus. As one of the candidates mentioned, we are supposedly the 8th most sustainable university in the world. So how does your experience aid in facilitating further growth along those lines to improve our public image by using sustainability?
Absolutely. The article on thegrist.com, the one that said that we were the 8th most sustainable university in the world, that was definitely a major influence upon a lot of people that are going to Chico. People that see the Chico image as a party animal, a party rawr. Instead, it's a bear. So basically, really showing people outside of Chico State that we're not party animals, that we're really working on social movements, social justice, and really sustainable movements. Basically, like I said, I worked for the Environmental Affairs Council. I still sit on it, even though I'm the director of university affairs. I still sit on the Environmental Affairs Council working to create our sustainable movements within the AS as well. Writing policies, making sure that everything that we do is as sustainable as possible, and helping to move us from number 8, hopefully up to number 1 next year. Thank you.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? The bear thing.
Sure.
Totally threw me.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, critical thing that we're doing to move our image away from party image is our sustainability movements on campus. How does your experience make you the qualified candidate to steer us away from party image and towards sustainability?
It's a great question. I think that there's a lot of things that we're doing as leaders on campus, within organizations, as well as campus growth. Our new Student Services Building, Wildcat Activity Center, our new dining hall and residence facilities all need to be properly equipped with sustainable measures as far as green plant foliage around the building itself. I mean, it's not just what temperature do we set the building at, not what materials do we use. It's a large majority of every single aspect that goes into the sustainability measure. So as we continue campus growth, as we implement new products or reevaluate products and things that we currently use, housing applications are done completely online. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but that's a great movement. Things along those lines, paperless applications. I think sustainability is huge, and I love the organizations that we're doing or that have been making this progress. All the solar panels that we have on top of the buildings. I'm so impressed with the large impact that these sustainability measurements that are on the ballots are getting great great positive feedback from, and I'm really excited to see all that. I really think that we are taking party to sustainability, and we're going to keep doing that, I promise.
Yeah.